Was staying on the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly. Godswill Akpabio has been elected as the president of the Senate. The former Akwa Ibom governor polled 63 votes to defeat Abdulaziz Yari, who settled for 46 votes at an election presided over by clerk of the National Assembly earlier today. Some major contenders for the Senate presidency had on Monday withdrawn from the race to support Godswill Akpabio, who is the consensus candidate of the All Progressives Congress. Barau Jibrin was also elected deputy president of the Senate unopposed. In his inaugural address, Mr. Akpabio appreciated the senators for the confidence reposed in him. The new president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has also sworn in members of the 10th Senate. Mr. Akpabio performed their first official duty shortly after taking the oath of office. The Senate is made up of 109 members, with 3 from each of state of the Federation. The Senate adjourned plenary to tomorrow. Shortly after being elected as president of the Senate, Senator Akpabio visited President Tinubu at the villa. He was accompanied by Governors Hope Uzodinma of Imo, Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos, and former Governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje. At the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas has been elected Speaker. He promised to be fair and just in the discharge of his duties. Mr. Abbas spoke after his emergence as Speaker of the House in an open ballot voting arrangement. He polled 353 votes to defeat other contenders. 360 members-elect were expected to be inaugurated, but one of the lawmakers-elect, Ismail Amianchi, died ahead of today's event. The House has adjourned plenary to tomorrow.
I want to assure you today that I shall be just and fair to every one of you, irrespective of perceived differences. I shall operate a House that you will be proud of. I shall be guided by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the House rules. Our doors will be open for members of APC, PDP, Labour Party, NNPP, ABGA, SDP, ADC, and YPP. Under my watch, the 10th House shall sustain and even surpass the gains of the 9th Assembly. That's my prayer. We shall carry out the task before us jointly. We shall introduce reforms and innovations for the benefit of Nigerians.
And some state houses of assembly also elected their presiding officers earlier today. In Kano State, Yusuf Agore of the New Nigeria People's Party has emerged Speaker of the 10th Assembly, while Mohammed Butu emerged Deputy Speaker. They have been sworn in by the acting clerk of the House, Ali Maji. And also in Niger State, the member representing Mariga constituency, Abdul Malik Sarinkidaji, has been elected Speaker of the State House of Assembly. The only female member of the House, Afiniki Dauda, emerged the Deputy Speaker. And up north in Sokoto State, Tuko Bodinga and Kabir Ibrahim have both emerged Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the 10th Assembly following the election of the GO at the inauguration of the newly elected lawmakers after the presentation of a proclamation letters by Governor Ahmed Aliyu of the state. And now to Borno State, where Abdul Karim Lawan emerged Speaker for 4th consecutive time. The clerk of the House announced that the House received proclamation from Governor Zulum to hold its first session today. And away from assembly inaugurations to security matter. A community health worker has been killed, while his 2 wives, 4 children, and 40 others were abducted by unknown men in Jangibe community in Talata Mafara local government area of Zamfara State. The incident happened early hours of Monday when heavily armed men invaded a community and went straight to the house of the community health worker and shot him multiple times. Jangibe community has been suffering attacks by armed bandits for many years. In February 2021, 279 students of Government Girls Secondary School, Jangibe, were abducted and regained freedom after 5 days in captivity. Similarly, armed bandits opened fire on some Islamia students in Shinkafi local government area. Sources say some of the students were whisked away by the terrorists. Communities in Zamfara are experiencing the resurgence of attacks and kidnapping, as it is every rainy season, and this year is not different. Efforts to speak to police authorities in the state proved abortive, as the PRO of the command, Yazid Abubakar, is not responding to phone calls. We're staying on security. The Nigerian Army is training military, paramilitary officials and civilians on strategic leadership to develop homegrown solutions to the security challenges in the country. And Sifon Essien tells us more.
Military officers from the rank of Lieutenant Colonel, their colleagues in the paramilitary, as well as civilians, converge on the Nigerian Army Resource Center for strategic leadership training. The goal is to develop indigenous solutions to several challenges, including security.
We must have at the back of our mind that there are some challenges that are peculiar to us. So we must find a solution to those challenges based on our culture, on our own understanding, and what it takes to get the right solution.
Each of the leadership levels come with its challenges, but the center believes getting it right at the strategic level would solve a lot of problems.
Look at the possibility of exploring the whole issue of leadership and how it comes into contact with the concept of leadership and security and governance, not only in Nigeria but also in Africa.
At the end of the training, the participants are expected to hit the ground running in their various roles. Sifon Essien, TVC News, Abuja.